Yeah, I'm right back at you like I never left, and I'm gonna go this hard to my last breath. It's Lil Kenny Russell, Canoom, Consul Moon. You already know what you're gonna get when you step in the room. Now I'm dealing with Canoom. I'm here. And while I'm here, I'm gonna make the information direct and clear because a lot of y'all can't hear. Now, welcome back to Make My Ancestors Great Again. This is another My Thoughts. This is My Thoughts 106, okay, on free will. I came across a short video with good old silly Billy Graham. He was one of the most world renowned figures when it comes to Christianity, religion. I mean, he was at the pinnacle. He would meet with all the older presidents, all the way from Nixon on up to he died. He wasn't a supporter of Obama because Obama passed the whole where the two men can get married, two men or two women. Obama passed that, so he was against that. Him and his son, they went down there, I believe, in 2012, and they spoke strongly against it, and they voted against him making that legal. So he's talking about free will on here. Excuse me, but in the same token, in his life, he didn't give a damn about no free will. See, he said God gave you free will inside the scriptures, and he's going to talk about that in this video that I want to share with you. But in his real life, he didn't give a damn about free will, because if you have free will, who what is it for him to care about who another man sleep with? I mean, when Obama said everybody can get married, I'm not in agreements with it. It's not my stance, but it's a political stance that he wanted to reach. Um, I guess he felt he had to take those steps to become president, and he did. But if you're a Christian man or a religious man, whatever religion you into, and you this godly, God-fearing man, and you only go by the scriptures, free will is free will. I know the scriptures speak against it, but again, if you really devout and you stand on what the scriptures say, it also says God gave everybody free will. So those same human beings that want to have same-sex marital statuses and same-sex sex and relationships, that's their own free will business. So on one hand, you can say something scriptural, and on the other hand, you can say that's not right. Free will is free will. So that means I can have free will to come in a church and blow it up. It's my free will. God can't do nothing about it. See? So let's look at that video. I don't own a video. It's a short, but you can find it wherever you can find it and watch it in its entirety. Like, share, subscribe, comment, and I thank you for watching. Let's look at the video.
Revelation 3:20, the scripture says, "Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If any man hear my voice and open the door, I will come into him and will sup with him and he with me." Knocking at the door of the church, knocking at the door of your family, knocking at your door. Why doesn't he just push the door open and come in and save me? He never interferes with your will. You have a will of your own. That's the way he made you. He made you in his image. You can reject him. You can go to your grave rejecting Christ, and there's nothing God can do about it. He'll do everything in his power to warn you. He'll do everything in his power to bring incidents across your path to stop you. But he won't trespass on your will.
Okay, that's the video. And my thoughts on the video is very contradicting. It's very confusing. It's very silly. And it's nonsensical at best. If you don't have a mind, then you're not going to question anything that he put forth. He will never stop you from doing anything with your free will. He'll let you go all the way down to the end with your free will. He'll never interfere with it. Okay. But he'll cause incidents to happen to show you that you need to get back in line, I'm assuming. And then he'll show you, hey, you're supposed to It's incidents showing you supposed to stand in line. I don't understand. Can he cause incidents to happen to keep your free will intact or something? Or do he cause incidents to make sure your free will, you look at it and say, okay, I got free will, but I want to stay on the straight and narrow? That's my question. Because it makes no sense. Can he interfere with free will or can't he? Because in one token, he said he had never interfered. Won't he just knock the door down and save me? He had never do that. See, this is how the story goes down. But something wrong with that. Because what would this, a figment of your imagination, God do? He'll cause things to happen so that you can get back in line and intact with your free will and keep it on the straight and narrow. Wait a minute now, that's contradicting. He won't never do nothing to you to stop you from utilizing free will, but he'll cause all kind of incidents to happen in your life so you can see, hey, let me keep my free will on God. It's one or the other. You can't have it both ways. And while we speaking biblically, free will, he didn't give no free will to Lot. Lot didn't want to have sex with his daughters. But what did this figment of your imagination, Holy Spirit, horny God do? He let the two daughters get the father. What was Lot's nephew name? I forgot his name, but I just did my thoughts on it. Get him drunk, and they both went in there, screwed his brains out, and they both had a child. One had a child named Moab, and one had a child named Ben-Ammi. Okay. That wasn't free will. It was against his will. So not only is free will full of crap, but this Lord can't even save people when their will is being impeded on. He didn't want to have sex with his daughters. They was under the impression that it was no men left. So they conspired the thing to molest their father right under this free will and this thoughtful, all-seeing, all-knowing God. He allowed it to happen. So that's my thing. And here's another story biblically that goes against all free will. He didn't ask Job when the devil said, hey, man, I got a plan for Job. I can make him go against you. He didn't ask Job, hey, Job, is it okay if I interrupt on your free will? He's going to be testing you. But I'm just letting you know he's going to try to test you. I'm going to allow him to. He didn't do that. He didn't have no counsel with Job. He told the devil, go sick the devil on Job. Hey, go do whatever you want to do. First, he said, don't touch him. Then the devil said, nah, I got to touch him. Then he went on and said, hey, you won't let me touch him. Let me do everything I can. Then God did this. He said, okay, just don't kill him. See, making deals with the devil. That's not free will. It goes against Job's free will. Okay. So on one token, this Lord, he don't do nothing about free will. And then on one hand, he violates your free will. And in the total scope and to be in the middle where I'm at, he can't do nothing about your free will. He won't do nothing about your free will. To keep it country, he ain't going to do anything about your free will. See, he don't have the power to. This is a story. This is how the story goes now. It's a mythological story based on mythology that people has put human being names and human being bodies, incarnated the names, put stories, try to make them human beings. It's no dates to let you understand this. It's merely mythology. It's no dates associated with the Bible because dates are for human beings. See, mythology consists of the characters therein. History consists of dates. The Bible don't have any dates. So that's my thoughts on this whole free will thing. Let me hear you guys understand the free will. Is it good? Is it bad? What about a free will of a rapist? If he wanted to be the greatest rapist of all time, the Lord don't stop him, push the door open. He said, won't you just kick the door open? He can't. So if a man is abusing and getting ready to molest and rape 1,000 10-year-olds because he want to be the Guinness Book World Records, people do this. It shocks you. If you look at a book of Guinness World Records, what people want to do the most, say I'm the most to ever do that. So somewhere on the evil side, it's an evil person conspiring to do the same thing. Now, they're not going to put him in no Guinness Book of World Records, but he will go down as the greatest raper of all time, the greatest rapist of all time, if that's what he decided to do. And given his free will, this Lord can't do nothing to stop him. So what good is this Lord, this Yahweh, this Jehovah, Yeshua, this God, this Jesus the Christ, if he can't do anything on one hand or the other? That's my thoughts on the video. It's Lil Kenny Russell, Kanoom, Council of Moon. You already know what you're going to get when you step in the room. You're now dealing with Kanoom. This is what I do, and I love to do it. Before I take back what I said, Billy Graham was a silly man. May his soul rest to the people that loved him. I'm not into kicking folks around. In his lifetime, he was a silly man. He was theatrical, more theater than actually belief. If he believed any of this stuff, it was just to continue to get the amount of ticket sales, if you will. Just putting asses in the seats is what I'm saying. He kept that theater going, and he was the biggest theatrical element or person to have that being done at that time period until his death. He did this for a long period of time, and he wanted to be number one, and he was. Like, share, subscribe, comment, and I thank you for watching.